Yo, yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Goat in the building. Goat is in the building. Big up yourself, my bro. Who else there? Who else there? Who else there? Who else in the building? All right. Milton in the building. Big up yourself. Mr. Powell. Active as always. Big up yourself, G. How the trading week look? How we do last week? Last week was a profitable week for me. I lost my last trade of the week on Friday, but still profitable nonetheless. Danik, big up yourself, Danik. Welcome, 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 welcome. Glad to see you, glad to have you. And of course, D's in the building, the opinionated chick. As always, guys, remember to follow the opinionated chick on YouTube and on Instagram. Really fly content. Haven't seen any content in a minute, but you know, really great content. Big up yourself, D in the building. Danik, big up yourself. Let's have some fun today. All right? Let's have some fun today. All right, guys. So this week looks good for some trades. This week looks good for some trades. Have some fire content working on trading strategy. Yeah. Fire stuff working on for the team. Trying to perfect that little new strategy that we're implementing. Got a couple of good trades from it last week. So hopefully we'll be able to get some trades from it again this week. This is part of us testing it out. This is part of us testing it out. So I'm looking to take a trade from here. Stop loss a little bit above there. Take profit down here. Let's see how it plays out. Oh. Let's see how this plays out. So I've been tagged with the trade right here. And then price came close to the TP. Would we have TP eventually hit right here? So the strategy looking good. Strategy looking good. So we got some work to do on that. If you want to learn the strategy, you can always join the Learn and Earn. And I'll be able to show you what's up. Oh, market open already? Wow, okay. Have a late day today. Who else there? Katisha, big up yourself, Katisha. Welcome to the stream, mama. I love how the females are tapping in, you know what I mean? Because they do have a lot of female traders, and I want to get more female traders because I honestly think that females will do far better than men at trading or will be more consistent. I think men will make more money overall, but in terms of consistently making money, I think women would do better at consistently making money in trading because of their ability to be disciplined and them being very safe. You know, they're the kind of persons that will actually, wait for a trade to play out or wait for the opportunity. They won't be greedy like how men are. You know what I mean? So a woman's motivation when it come on to money is a lot different than a man's motivation. A man want buy a Lamborghini. You know what I mean? A woman know she want buy a house. She want buy just a car. She want buy her makeup stuff and them things there. So she now look for a quick money. She look for actual consistent means of earning additional income. While a man now, he more aggressive and want the big money so he can, drive the fancy car and the Lamborghinis and the
Bro,
Yeezys and all them things there. What up? What up? Coat is in the building. What up, bro?
active man.
Big up Malik in the building. Big up Malik in the building. So man, like I think like women, bro, are going to be far more better at trading because they don't take unnecessary risks like we do. You know what I mean? And the nature of a woman, and that is why you have so many women CEOs as well, and women are moving up the management ladder, is because they take instructions very well. You know what I mean? Women are not so creative, and it's not a bad thing, it's no offense. So what they do is once they find something and you give them the particular instructions, they're going to follow it to a T and they're going to follow it excellently. While man does feel like he doesn't need to find a shortcut. Woman now gonna really take a shortcut, but a man will try to find a shortcut, and that is why most of the times women do better at trading than men on a consistent basis. So you'll have like a few men that will be super successful and make a lot of money, but majority of women that actually trade, they make consistent profits because they're disciplined and them stick to a particular plan or a rule or a strategy, and then work the strategy. So I'm happy to see the women in the building. Definitely happy to see women in the building. So how goes it, bro? How you stay? How you go on? How you...
Last week, good man. All of the losses just make up for it in a one trade.
So you past phase one yet, or you still in phase one?
I'm still in a phase one.
Okay.
But my next two winning trades, definitely. Or maybe my next trade, who knows?
Yeah. So how much percentage you know? Like the break even or you the little bit?
They're 1% in.
1%. Okay, so yeah. you have another 7% to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I had 1% to go, but now I have 2%.
Oh, you lose your last trade last week, man?
I lose my last trade in the week star. And the thing is that if I never had closed that GBP CAD trade, I would have actually passed phase 2. But I just never like the pullback and end up just a close the trade. And then I lost 2 positions. I lost 2 trades on Friday. One because I was impatient, and 2 because kind of that try to force the market. So yeah, so I lost those 2 trades, but it's all good. The good thing is that the account is still there. I'm still up 3%. Another 2% to move to the next round and become funded. Everybody else on the stage, how was last week trading for you guys in the chat? I was trading for you guys in the chat last week. Anybody took any trades? Anybody want any trades? How was the trading? You notice that the market has been like leaving so much gaps. Like I don't think I've ever seen this much gaps in the market.
Yeah, I noticed it for real.
Every friggin' week, every day there's a gap in the market. Like the gaps, it's crazy, man. It's annoying because I can't get to really understand what the candles are doing. It's annoying, man. But GJ, let's look at GJ. Let's see what GJ is saying to us. On the daily, overall, this looks like GJ is in a range. You agree, bro?
Yeah, on the daily.
So on the daily time frame, price tap up here, reject, tap up here again, then start to go down, tap down here, and now it's starting to go back up. So it's in a range overall on the daily. But that doesn't mean that there's not opportunities for trades. So where are the opportunities that we'll be able to tap into, right? So as we can see right here, even though it's in a range, it's still moving in a uptrend. So we're still seeing higher lows, a higher low right here, higher low right here. This is a higher low, and all of this right here is equal lows. So it has not yet come down here and then start to reject. So therefore, we'll have to assume that price is going to continue to push up. So we should be looking for more buys on GJ this week. Let's look at the weekly candle. Hey, let's look at the monthly candle. We're in a new month, right? So let's start with the monthly candle first, and let's see what happens. We'll move this off the screen. On the monthly candle, we can see here where the new monthly candle has actually formed a wick up here. This is interesting. This is interesting. 4 days into the month. The month started what, Friday, bro? Friday was when was the first? Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you have Friday that opened up, created a wick, and now it's pushing down. Now this actually looks like a wick fill to me based on how this candle is forming out. So I'm wondering if we're going to be having some sells on GJ for a wick fill, because watch this now. We have price pushing down, come up, push down, come up, push down, come up, push down, and then reach right here. It's already creating a wick right there. So is this going to be a wick fill for the week? So even though on the daily time frame it looks like we're going to continue to go up, but this now looks like this might be coming down here. It's very interesting. So the monthly candle with an initial wick to the top first looks like it's going to actually push down. So let's look at the weekly though and see what the weekly is telling us. All right, so the weekly, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of candles pushing up. All right, last week ended with this candle with a wick to the downside. So far, we'll open up this week and we have a small wick to the upside, and then the candle is now pushing back down. So the interesting thing is that price has not broken the high of this week yet. So there's no liquidity grab there. So do we look at price probably going up first before coming down? That's a possibility. But as you can see, price is in a wedge. So it's coming down. So as you can see, it's coming down here, but it's also bouncing off of right here. So price is in a wedge. Typically, when you see this kind of formation, you tend to see price actually break up to the upside and continue to push up. So I'm a bit concerned as to why the monthly candle looks the way it does. Because really and truly this is indicating to us that it wants to come up. All right. So I don't know. And then these are all basically equal lows right here. So price has not really broken this low. So this is the lowest point that price went to. Price has not broken this low. price has not broken this high. So yeah, we're definitely in our range. So we definitely have to wait for price to break up or down to decide on the long-term basis where we're gonna go. Right? So for now, we don't really know where we're gonna go just yet. So we'll have to wait until we see price or where price goes. But let's see what we can decipher on the end of the intraday, so we can see what kind of possibilities we have for trades between today and tomorrow. More likely tomorrow though. But let's see what's there in the market for trades that we can look at opportunities from. So we go down to the daily time frame, right? On the daily time frame, we can see where price tapped into this area right here, right? Indicating that it tapping into this area could be a push to the downside right here, right? So we could be having a push to the downside, especially with this rejection right there. So that's an interesting part. So let's go to the 4 hour now and see what the 4 hour is saying. So what we want to do now, guys, is we want to look at this area as the area we want to see price break through. So we'd want to see something like this where price breaks through this area, retest, and then continue its push down. So that is what we'd want to see for us to say, all right, we're going to be taking sales from this point. So this point is a very critical point for the next week. So let's look at the 1 hour. Let's look at the 15-minute. Look at any other opportunities that are there. So price broke structure right here. Came down all the way down here. So yeah, so to me, guys, we would need to see price break this line first, but we can have a line right here for this low. So for us to take a trade to the downside, we'd need to see structure start to break here, retest, and then continue its push down. So overall though, I'm looking for sells on GJ. I won't be looking for buys until price breaks this high up here. So buys won't be until down here, because as you can see, this is a change of character. So this is a change of character right here, right? Because price was playing around, then it broke here. No matter of fact, we can use this possibly low right there. So price broke through here, causing a change of character. And then on top of that, it came back here, so creating this low right here. Yeah. Got 30-minute time frame. Yes, I would say currently it's possibly best for us to wait until price breaks above here or below here. Right now we're in a no trade zone, so I would say let's wait and see what happens. So this is the high, and then this is the low. So this is the high, this is the low. So we want to see price break either above this high, do a retest and continue to push up, or break the low, retest, and then continue to push down. So we don't know which side is going to go right now, but my bias initially is that it's going to go to the downside. So my initial bias is to the downside. All right, so that's what I'm looking at the moment. We could also look at this candle right here as a point of interest. There's a fair value gap right here. So there's a great chance that we'd want to see price come up here, tap into this area, and then push down back to the high, because this could also be considered liquidity right here. So there's a possibility that we could get a trade to the downside if price comes somewhere up here. Let's see if we can refine this a little bit. Break a structure here. There. Fair value gap here. So yeah, so this looks like this could be a possible trade if price starts to break back to the upside. All right, so that's an opportunity right there. And then once we see price start breaking down here and retesting here, we know that we're coming to full the monthly wick. But for now, we'll just have to be waiting patiently to see what price does. So I would just set an alert here to see what happens when price gets to that point. We move the alert to the fair value gap. So my alert is at 193 flat. The alert is at 193 flat. So if we see price coming back into this 193 area and it will start a rejection from this point of interest, then we can look to take a trade to the downside. But if the candle start to break through here, then we know that this point of interest here is invalid, right? So you guys can look out for that and let's see what happens. So everybody good with GJ? Everybody understand? Everybody clear? Everybody clear with GJ? All right, Danique says, I'm not as good, need to learn more about, I just started. Okay, well, here what, Dan, there is a link that is tagged into the chat. You can join the Learn and Earn group where you learn a lot more details. Basically a VIP group where, you know, we teach you in more details. We have sessions and stuff, and I actually share my exact trades with you when I'm entering the market. So you'll be able to benefit from that as well. So click the link, join Learn and Earn, and that should be helping you. So the cost is $67 per month, but it's worth it. Don't worry. Milton says 7. All right, Milton, good to go. Everybody else good to go? Chakor, what do you think? What do you feel?
Yeah, I'm sure the same, boss.
All right, wicked. So we're on the same page. All right. What's next? So we have GJ down. Let's look at GU or GCAD. GBP CAD. Let's start with the monthly, since we're in a new month. Let's see what the monthly is saying. So remember this is exactly what I told you the month was going to look, bro. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so I told you that price is going to reject from here and close like this, and then a new candle going to come, create a wick fill for price to come down. So I'm expecting now that we're going to be on full on sales for GBP CAD. This is expected. The only thing I would say is that this could possibly come down and then go back up and start to flip to the upside. That's the only other alternative. But based on what I'm seeing, if we go back to the 3-month time frame, we have 1 month left. This candle is coming back down to actually fill and close and engulf this candle. I'm not so sure that this candle is going to actually flip and drive up. I'm expecting it to come down and close down inside here. That's what I'm anticipating. So it's almost like it broke out of this point. So imagine this is the high. It broke out of the high, and now it's going to actually break back into the high and continue. So this would have been like a fake out in essence. So if we're on the lower time frame, this would have looked like a fake out to us, where price is already trending down, right? So price is already trending down. This was the low. This was the low that price created. It broke the low, created a new low. It came up, created a new high, came down, broke this low, came up, rejected all of here, created a new low again, and then came up again. So if you were looking on this on the lower time frame, bro, this is obviously a fake out for price to continue to now push down. You get me? So I am anticipating that we're going to start to see this candle come down into here and close in this area for our next candle to open up and start to continue its move down for a new low, right? The only thing I'm concerned about is the fact that this low has not been broken, and this is an equal low. But then where you have equal lows, the same thing is going to happen like what happened here. So my anticipation is that price eventually is going to come down here and take out these lows down here. So that is why I was always thinking that, you know, it's not full on buys. You get me? So we can look at sells as where our mind is right now on GBP CAD. I'm looking at sells. I'm more sales biased, but let me look at the weekly time frame to see. Yeah, so this is I'm definitely sales biased on this, right? Because again, price push up from here, came down here, came here, and now it's creating this lower high to now go and form a lower low to break back into this area to now come. It probably spend a couple of weeks range in this area before it actually go back down. So I'm anticipating that we should be getting some sells on GBP CAD. All right. Let's see. So this would have been the low right here. So I'm expecting price to continue its move down. It's still 4 hour. I see how the 4 hour looks. So yeah, so as you can see, price broke structure right here, came back and retest this area right here, retest this area, and now it's pushing down. So I am sell biased on GBP CAD. So I am looking for sells. So we are at this low right now. Price created this high right here. I don't know if price is gonna go back up and grab some more liquidity on the upside before coming down. That's also a possibility. If it goes up, I think the furthest it might go is to this point right here. Right, we have a breaker structure right here. So right, or let's not say breaker structure. This is a change of character. So this is a change of character right here. This is a breaker structure up here, because initially price was going up, right? This is also a breaker structure right there. So it's an internal breaker structure. This is an external breaker structure. Price broke up here, and then it created this high. All right. Then it pushed down, took out this low that this breaker structure created. Then it pushed back up, and now it's creating all this point here, which could be a liquidity. So price could be coming up here to grab onto this liquidity, take out this liquidity, and then start to move down from here. All right, so that's where the opportunity is. To me, that's where I would say the opportunity is. Let's look at what the Fibonacci would have rolled out for us as well. From here to here. Yeah, this lines up now with our Fibonacci extension level. So we could be looking for a trade coming up here. So what we want to do is we want to look at this as our point of interest. We want to look at this as the gap in the market, fair value gap. So we're expecting that price could tap into here and then push down, where our take profit, the first take profit would be here, second take profit would be right here. So let's see how the market goes. All right, but I'm looking for sells on GBP CAD. Sells on GBP CAD right there. All right, guys. So before I continue though, if you have not yet, please to give the video a thumbs up. Please, it does great wonders for us here at Learn to Trade. If you give the video a thumbs up, more people be able to see the video, more people be able to know that we do this kind of thing for traders or persons looking to get into trading. So please do me a favor. We're doing this for free right now. The least you can do, guys, is just give me a thumbs up on the video, just to show your appreciation for me doing this for you for free. And also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Share this channel with somebody who you know who is interested in trading, or somebody who is trading and is not profitable and is struggling. Share this, share the wealth, share the knowledge, right? So please to click the like button, please to subscribe, and please to share and keep active in the community, right? Keep active in the comment section, right? So everybody clear on what we're doing with GBP CAD? How you feel, Shakur? Analysis makes sense? Or Shakur gone? Yeah, so that is our analysis on GBP CAD. Everybody good? Can we move on to the next pair? Can we move on to the next one, guys? Just drop a 7 in the chat. Drop a 7 in the chat if we can move on to the next one, please. All right, D says 7. The Nash said 7. The Joker 7. And Miss Katisha says 7. All right, awesome. Big up. All right, so Milton says 7. Rashid, big up yourself. Yeah, man. Respect. Up. All right, guys. So everybody good then. So that's what we're looking at for GBP CAD, right? Let's look at what we're looking at next. Which one you want us to look at next, guys? Talk to me. What you want to look at next? Which one should we look at next? GU. Milton said GU. All right. Milton said GU. Malik said goal. All right. Who else have vote? What's the other vote? Who else I say? Who I say? So I look at GU now. All right, Rashid said goal. Okay, goal out power in a Milton. All right. We could tap into goal then. Jano Milton, them outvote you. Sorry, my boss. we're on gold. Let's see what's happening on gold. Let's clear the chart. Let's start with the new month. So let's start with the monthly timeline. All right, so at gold, we closed bullish on gold, right? But we opened so far with the month with a bottom wick, and we're pushing to the upside. Now, does this mean that gold is gonna push up? I believe so. I think gold might push up even to break its high before pushing back down. So I would say gold look bullish at the moment. I would say gold looks bullish at the moment. Let's see. Let's see the weekly time frame. Oh, this is interesting, guys. So on the weekly time frame, we have a evening star because the sun is going down, right? So does this mean that we're gonna go for sells? Does this mean that we're gonna go for sells? This is interesting. Let's look at the monthly again. The weekly and the monthly are saying two different things at the moment. Let's look at the daily. The daily might be pushing up. So we might be looking at the candle coming up here first before coming down. So we might be looking at buys and then sells, possibly. The daily looks like it wants to come up and tap into here and then tumble over. So that's a possibility, guys. We also have all of this wick right here. So we could be coming for a liquidity grab up here before pushing down. So it looks like buys and sells are aligned actually. So price broke out of this area. Price did break out of this area right here. Let's see. Let's see the 4 hour, how the 4 hour looks, right? So on the 4 hour, we had a break of structure here. We had a break of structure here. Right? And then price topped off right here with a high. Highest point has been, which is 3,500. Price topped off at 3,500 here. Highest goal has ever been. All right. So this is the high. And then it came down and it took out this low. Took out this low right here, which is an internal break of structure. This is an internal change of character. But in terms of the external change of character, it has not. I would say possibly that this is it. I would say this is it. This is the change of character right here. So this is the most critical area. This is a very strong support level that was broken. So I would say that no, we're looking into price actually selling. We can look at this candle as a candle where price actually pushed down. So price might be coming back up here to reject from here to continue to push down. So there's a possibility that price might be coming. I'm not so sure price is coming back up to here. So this might be the area right here that price reject from. Let's see if we can tighten it a little bit. 30 minutes, 15 minutes. What are the entry opportunities here? Are there any entry opportunities here? I'm not so sure where the entry not seeing any entry opportunities here, but definitely there's an area of liquidity right here. The area of liquidity right here. So price might be coming up here to grab liquidity. Not really seeing any entries yet, guys. So I would say let's wait until price comes up in here, so before we look for entries. So right now there's a liquidity area right here where we're anticipating that price is going to grab some liquidity. So I'm looking at gold coming up in here and then rejecting from here to go back down. For buying opportunities, as you can see, this is an internal breaker structure right here. Well, this is a breaker structure right here. So you have this breaker structure, then we have this breaker structure right here, then we'll have this breaker structure right here. Then price came down, and then you have this liquidity right here. This could be considered our point of interest. All right. So this could be considered our point of interest. This is also another breaker structure right here. So you can see this now becomes our liquidity area. So now what we want to see, guys, is we want to see price come and tap back down here and then push to the upside. Right? So we might be able to get some buys on gold, or probably the buys have already played out, because typically gold tend to move from the fair value gap. So maybe we actually missed this move, because gold tend to actually move from the fair value gap. So typically when it taps into the fair value gap, that's when it moves off, and then it might be coming to here. So we might actually have missed this trade. This would have been a great opportunity for a trade. Price came down, tapped into the fair value gap, and now it's pushing back up, right? So, but if it does come back, right, we can probably look at the trade coming from the point of interest, which is this order block, to then push up. So if it does come back, guys, then we definitely could take a trade from here. So we'd want to see it pull back into here, tag us in, and then we can see if we can get out here as the first point, and the second point would be somewhere in this point of interest here. So let's see. If it does pull back, definitely could see a trade opportunity. So let's set an alert at 3222. Right? So let's set an alert there. So if price comes back here, then we can possibly look for an entry for price to continue up. All right. If not, then we just have to wait until it comes into this area right here and then see how it forms out as it comes into this area before we take a trade. All right, everybody clear? So right now, short-term wise, we're looking at buys, but long-term, I believe sells. All right, so everybody clear? Everybody understand? Everybody clear? Rashid, you ask a goal, you're good. Danik, you did ask a goal to your good. Malik, you did say goal to your good. Everybody clear? Just drop a 7. Let me know that no good, so we can move on to the next pair. Mad. All right, 7's in the chat. 7's in the chat. Good. All right, so next thing we're moving on to is GBP USD. So on GBP USD, let's start from the monthly, brand new month. Let's go. On GBP USD, overall, we look at the trend, and the trend is going down. We can see that right away, right? But then it is starting to actually range in this area right here. But it's still creating lower highs. So we'll have to respect the fact that it's creating lower highs. See? So on the monthly side, it looks like it's still going down. So we have to respect that. We can't look at it going on full on buys until it breaks above here. So price would need to start to break above here and retest for us to decide, okay, price is going to go back up. Until then, we can only look at buys as the opportunity. I mean, sales as the overall opportunity, but it don't mean that we can't get buys. So let's go to the weekly time frame and see what the weekly time frame is telling us. So on the weekly time frame, this could be just a pullback. Where is it pull it back to? That's an important question. So we'll see where price broke this level right here, pushed down, and then it changed back character when it broke above this level right here. So price is now pushing back up. You see? So it seems like it's actually heading up, and as you can see, there's a movement up. So we don't know when the up is going to stop. The only thing that we can say is that it stopped right here. So could this be that price is now going to start to push back down from here? Because it came up here, it stopped, it pushed back, it come back up here again, it stopped again, and now it's pushing back again. So could it be that this now is going to continue its push down to break these lows that it created right here? Right? So this could actually be a push down for price to continue its overall move to the downside. Let's mark off this area as a point of interest, right? Or we can look at this entire wick, this entire candle as our point of interest right there. All right, so this entire candle, price came rejected, price is back there, it's rejecting again. So there's a possibility that we could be looking at continued sells, right? So let's look at the daily time frame now to see what the daily is telling us. So on the daily, this right here is a breakout structure. So we have a breakout structure right here. And then we also have a breakout structure right here. But after this breakout structure, price is still maintaining this low. So price has not broken this low. So price is still maintaining its overall upward trend. There is no change in character just yet. So price broke this structure and came back down, and there is no change in character yet. It has not broken the low, it is still in this area. So let's go down to the 23 hour to see what's happening. All right, let's go down to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour now, right, we see where there was this breakup structure here. Internally, there's a breakup structure here. Price went up, but price, as I said before, have not broken this level. So therefore, we can't make a move just yet. We'll have to wait until the price breaks out of here before we can decide if we're going to take a trade to continue to the downside. So we'll have to wait. And then we have this high right here as well that we have to look out for. So is it that price has come down to create a new high? That's another possibility. So we'll have this high right here, and we'll have the low right here. We have a breakout structure internally, but externally, we don't know what the candle is doing yet. So we have to wait on GBP USD to tell us what it wants to do. So currently, it is not giving us any clear signal as to where it wants to go. So I have to wait, guys. I have to wait until it either breaks down here, come back and retest to push down, or we have to wait until it comes up here, break the high, retest to push up. But as it stands now, I have no clear bias on GBP USD. No clear bias on GBP USD. All right, guys, everybody clear? Drop a 7 if you understand. Drop a 7 if you understand. Yeah, this is all breaker structure, no change of character. This is the high, this is the low. So currently price is between these areas. We can't do nothing until the price break out of either the high or the low. So this one is a wait and see one. Nothing here doing yet. No potential yet for entries or nothing like that. This is a wait and see. All right. All right. We know there's some NAS people in the building, so we could go through and see what we can see on NAS. Even though, guys, I've been telling you, I've been staying away from that. And this is the reason why I'm staying away from NAS. Look at this week. Like, it does not feel like more on trade NAS right now. I don't feel like more on getting involved with NAS right now, to be honest with you. It's just very sporadic. And I don't trade NAS on a regular. So, you know, somebody who trades NAS on a regular will be used to these sporadic moves and know how to trade it, but I don't trade NAS on a regular. So I wouldn't even know what to tell you. But let us probably see if we can analyze it as based off of pure market structure, right? So the move that is currently happening, price rejected from this point. Right? So price rejected from this point. Price seemed to have rejected from this point of interest right here and is now pushing up, right? It created a high right here and it tapped into here and now it is pushing up. Let's look at the market structure. You have a breaker structure right here. So the breaker structure here. You have a small breaker structure here, but let's look at the major ones. There's a breaker structure here. We had another breaker structure here. And then from this breaker structure, we had a change of character here. So this is where the change of character happened. Where price now, instead of continuing to move up, let's look at this as a change of character. So right here, we had a change of character. So where price was pushing up, now price came all the way down here, broke this low, and also it broke this low right here. So this is a change of structure, breakout structure right here. Then now it's starting to go back up. The good thing is that it has not broken this level to change character again. So far we had a change of character, which signifies that possibly price is going to continue to, we're going to start go back down. That's a possibility, right? There's a point of interest up here. So price could come back up here. Right? But let's look at the daily and see what the daily is telling us. So we had a breaker structure to the downside here. And then price came back up. It has not broken here, even though we have a breaker structure here. But I'd want to see it burst through here first, this major zone, to decide if this is a change of character. Let's look at the 4 hour, see what kind of details the 4 hour is giving us. a lot of gaps in the market right now. So we can't pay attention to the gaps. On the 4 hour now, yeah, guys, this market structure just feels so all over the place, so haphazard. Price pushed down, break structure, came back up here, break structure again, then break structure again. And it breaks structure right here to the upside, change the character. Then it breaks structure right here. Right, and then it breaks structure right here again. And now it's at this point. So how do we view NAS now? What do we decide on NAS? How are we going to treat this? Break a structure here. Break a structure here. All right, let's look at this then. Since we're looking at the market where it currently is, let's look at this then as our point of interest. Let's look at this as some liquidity that price needs to grab. And then let's look at this as an area where price can reject from, this area right here. So what we'd want to do is we'd want to see price actually come down here into this area and then push up. So that's one area that price could push up from. Another area that price could push up from is right here. So these two areas become 2 points of interest for price. So you have this area right here, this area right here. So price can push down here and then push up from there, or it can push down here and then push up from there. All right. So guys, that's what I'm looking at. This would be the point of interest for me. Looking for buys on NAS100. For everybody that's on, please remember to, if you're on, it's the first time you're visiting, please, guys, subscribe to the channel, please. Everybody that is on for the first time, subscribe to the channel. Every Sunday we're here, we break down the charts every Sunday. And then on Wednesday and Fridays, we go live. And we do live tradings in the morning. So I do live trading sessions in the morning. And you won't be a part of that. So subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you're notified when we actually go live. But if you're here for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. And also, guys, please give the video a thumbs up. Please to give the video a thumbs up. That's all I ask. It's a free session. The only thing I beg is that you give the video a thumbs up. All right. So subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up. And you can also follow me on Instagram and on TikTok at Learn to Trade JA, where I drop a lot of gems as well on there. Right. So Learn to Trade JA on Instagram, Learn to Trade JA on TikTok. Capiche? Sound like the goat is back.
Too many day work, mate. That's it.
Oh, you're up on the work. Cool.
Yeah, bro. You know any like trade copy? I think I'm tired if you take the trade them on the funded, and then if you go over to my personal thing online, and then when we pass the challenge, we have to switch them over to the next challenge. So
yeah, I wanted to do that this week, but you know what? For sure, this week I'm gonna research that. I'm gonna research that this week because it's the same thing that happened to me. That's why I haven't even traded my broker account
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like, because sometimes the move them play out fast.
Yeah.
And I say, yo, John, it no make no sense me enter.
Yeah, and then sometime too, I want something where if me like when me enter the trade, it send the signal same time to the group. You must have
Oh,
something that exists. So like when me enter the trade, it just copy the exact entry
I
points
think
and loss and
I think
everything.
me see people do that on Telegram though. When I
I go figure it out, man. I go figure it out because sometimes it's hard for. Sometimes I want me see a trade, and it's hard for go into the Discord for write it out and then some rather know say even if I take even if I put like a sell limit, it just automatically send the coordinates to the group. Because sometimes I catch some trades and because I was so late to send it in the group, I just nobody send it in the group because I don't want nobody lose their money. But when I love something, if once I press the button, it just automatically send everything to the group. But I'm going to look into them things for sure this week. That's my homework for this week. All right, so everybody who's on, please to smash the like button. Please to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. And let's get this to 100 subscribers. I'm moving to 100 subscribers, guys. We're at 88. I've been doing this for a little bit over a month now. All right, so not feeling like I'm doing so bad, but I'd love you guys' support. So please, if you can, I'd really appreciate if you continue to support by sharing, liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel. All right, so US30 and NAS100 basically move the same way. So I would say I wouldn't even analyze NAS100. I feel like it's a waste of time. So recapping, gold, we have a set that we're looking for price to actually come back down here and then push back up. So that's what we're looking at on gold. GBP CAD. On GBP CAD, we don't have no move yet. We're waiting on price to break to the upside or the downside, but we're looking at price to actually push up to here first and then push down. GJ, we don't have no clear movement on GJ yet, so we set an alert for see if price will come back into this order block to push down. GU now, what was GU again? GU, no clear movement on GU. So we're waiting on price to either break above here or price to break down here and continue to the downside. Right? So that's what we're looking at, guys. That's what we're looking at right now. That's what we're looking at right now on these pairs. Oh, look at this drop on Bitcoin, dog. Oh, shit. Oh, snap. And the thing is that I was expecting this sell on BTC, I was so expecting this sell on BTC. Breaker structure here. Could we have price moving from this point of interest right here? It just tapped into it. Yeah, it tapped into this point of interest and push off. So could this actually would have been the trade? But we're holding it. I would have to see some movement. So I'd want to see price break above here. I'd want to see price break above this point. So I'd want to see price do something like this. Push up above here. Retest here. And then continue push up. Especially like how it's rejecting from this point of interest right there. So I'm looking at buys. Looking at buys, looking at buys, looking at buys. Looking at buys. Looking at buys on BTC. Looking at buys for BTC. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. On this end, everybody saying 7-7. Everybody good to go. Guys, thumbs up. Big up, big up, big up. Yeah, guys, please to give the video a thumbs up. Please to give your video a thumbs up. And please to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. And share the channel with somebody. All right? Shakur, one said GBP AUD. Jaja. GBP AUD. When I was on look on some pair, I'm not sure. GBP AUD. All right, last pair this me I got pre, guys. Last pair me I pre. Cause that Sunday dinner smell good to me. I'm gonna eat it. All right, so we had a breaker structure here. Let's start from the monthly. Just based off of this alone, this looks like price is gonna continue to go down. Like price is on the down. Expecting price tap into here and then start to push down. So I'm expecting price to actually continue its move down. Either that or it's gonna flip and go back up. But let's see. It closed well. It could flip and go back up, and I know why. Because it already closed above with 2 candles. So I'm not so sure this one gonna be the one that comes down. I'm not so sure about that. Let's look at the weekly candle though. So yeah, so price might be coming back down here to retest. The price might be coming back down here to retest to push back up. So I believe that this might be a retest for price to push back up. So you have this whole area right here. That price breakout of price was itching to break out of here on a couple of occasions, and then it break out to the upside. And now this could possibly be a retest for price to go back up. Right? Let's look at the daily. On the daily, it looks the same way to me. So the first thing I'm seeing is the fact that we had a breaker structure right here on the daily. So there's a breaker structure here, right? So a breaker structure here. You have a breaker structure here. You also have a breaker structure here. Haven't seen a clear change of character. I'd say that the character change will come when it breaks this line right here. So for it to change character, I would need to see price break here and then retest and continue to push down. Other than that, price could come down here, grab liquidity right there, and then push up. And then the move would be from this candle. This could possibly be the candle where price is going to probably move from. Because this is another breaker structure right here. So this candle could be the candle where price tap into here and then push up from here. Grab some liquidity here and then push up. So I am thinking that there's more likely going to be price coming down here to push up. I don't feel comfortable with sells yet. I feel comfortable with sells if price decides to come down here, retest, and then push down. Other than that, I'm looking at buys. Are there any opportunities for sales though? Price breakout of this consolidation here. This candle is a candle that inspired the breakout. So this candle inspired the breakout. So if you're going to take sales, guys, you have to take sales with a very small lot size. You don't want to be going hard with the sales because the sales will be a counter trend trade. All right? So you don't want to be going too hard with the sales. So if price decides to pull back here, then there's a possibility for a trade right there. Stop loss about there for price to push down here. But that's not going to happen immediately. So all we need to see is we need to see price actually come back inside here on the 4 hour. So once we can see price come back inside here on the 4 hour, then we can go to the 15-minute time frame and look for entry opportunities. But the first thing is we need to see price come up inside here to the retest. But if we're going to take the sells, guys, we can't take the sells further than this point. Even where this black line is at 2203000. Because this is where price broke out of to start its first ascendance up to the sky. So I want to actually wait until price tap here before we decide what we want to do, but we can take some short-term sells. We can take some short-term sells if the opportunity presents itself. All right, you good with that, Shakur? Are you asked feet and you good with that? Everybody clear? Everybody clear, guys? If it's the first time you join us, please to subscribe to the channel. Please also to like the video, give the video a thumbs up. If you missed any of the pairs that we went through a couple of pairs. We went through GBP CAD, GBP JPY, GBP USD. We went through BTC USD, Bitcoin. We went through gold, we went through NAS100, and we went through GBP AUD. So if you want, you can always go back, guys, and even during the course of the week, guys, you can always go back to this recording and look at the trades, the trade setups. All right, everybody good? Everybody good to go? Drop a 7. Drop a 7 in the chat if everybody's good to go. Please to like and subscribe. And please, let's get to 90, guys. Come on. Who is going to be number 90? Almost at 90 subscribers. I'm going to try for 100 between now and this for this week. This week is my goal is getting to 100. So please to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Everybody good to go? If you're good to go, let's drop a 7. Guys, if you want to take the same trades I take, if you want to join my community, my VIP community, you can click the link that is pinned. You can click the link that is pinned on, I think it is pinned, it should be pinned. Yeah, you can click the link that is pinned on the in the chat to join the community. Hit the link that is pinned on the chat to join the community. Yeah. Everybody good to go? Drop a 7 in the chat, guys, if you're good to go. Let's make some money. This week is money week, guys. We're making some money this week. We're passing our challenges this week. We're making some money this week and all of that jazz. So this week is a week that you're gonna make some money. I claim it, I call it even now. This week is a week. We're gonna make some money. All right. As usual, I'm gonna be here on Wednesday and I'm gonna be here on Friday to do our live trading session. Might do a couple of sessions in the week as well, additional sessions, maybe if I feel a vibe, if I have the time. But definitely, you can look out for the live trading sessions Wednesday and Friday for sure. All right. So it's been a great day. It's been a great evening. I hope you guys had fun. Please remember, guys, to share, like, subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to 100, road to 100, and I will definitely see you guys next week Sunday as we break down the charts again. Please to join the Learn and Earn if you want more advanced learning knowledge to trade. And yeah, big up everybody for joining. Thanks for chilling with me. I have a question though. Quick question. What is under my nose? I'm out. Yo, big up on yourself. Love.